G'day, listeners.
What's going on, Koalarinos?
Here we are for episode 3, and we managed to make it to 10 subscribers. So, Halsey, let's get those clippers out.
No, we fucking don't.
Do you want me to take you to the barber?
Yeah, boy. I already know a barber.
Nah.
A fantastic barber.
Your mum.
My mum. She does the best haircuts, man.
She doesn't.
She's done my haircuts since I was like 6.
I know, and look at you.
I look like fucking
We're going to go to the proper barber and get you a
I'm
proper
not
haircut.
going to a barber.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. That was like implied part of the deal. Trust me, you go to the barber one time, you'll be a converted man.
Oh, yeah. No, I won't. Unless they're serving beer while I'm having my haircut.
They do serve beer while you're getting your haircut.
Fuck yeah.
It's a men's club.
Oh, get me in there.
Speaking of men's clubs,
I just want you guys to subscribe to us. Hit that bell for notifications when we upload.
Oh, okay.
That'd be a huge help.
Yeah, it sounds like we're getting serious. Let's do it.
Yeah. Now that we've got 12, I think, at this point
12.
in time.
We're exploding at this stage.
Yeah, man. This is like us going viral. Let's try and aim for 30 by, I don't know.
30? No, we're not going to get there this week.
No, Beercast, episode 10, probably.
10, yeah, that's a good number.
I was trying to get 30 by.
I was thinking 6, but 10 seems much more achievable.
Yeah. Try us a like as well. Let's see whether we can get to 10 likes.
Leave a comment. Tell me how you feel.
Yeah.
Ask me how my day was. I'll get back to you.
Because nobody else wants to ask him.
Nobody does.
I know.
I come home to my empty house.
Speaking of AFL, the Gaffcident.
Gaffcident, right. Big news coming out of the West. Yeah, like, I've seen a lot of the footage. I watched the game live. I feel bad about the guy on the other end, but I feel bad for Gaffy as well, you know. Like, he's played a lot of games for the Eagles.
175 without getting suspended.
Unblemished record. Like, I myself watching the game live, I was like, of all the people on the field to hit somebody, Gaff would be the last person that I picked.
That's the thing. Everyone's like, you know, Gaff's such a nice bloke, and here we go, he's punched someone.
Yeah.
And having a football background, I mean, like Oz kicked under 16s.
Yeah.
You don't hit someone unless they deserve it.
No, and I think he's just gone to go for the cheeky body shot, you know, give him one back because he's been getting a ribbon all day. And unfortunately, the guy's changed direction at the wrong time and he's copped him high.
I'm devastated that I missed it, to be honest, because obviously you invited me around for beers and footy.
Like, obviously, I'm pretty old school when it comes to the footy. I don't like seeing something like that. A young bloke's been pretty seriously hurt. He had to go and get surgery and things like that. But I do like that the players' intensity lifted after that incident. There was a lot of niggle, and I like watching that bit of fire from the boys.
You know what really infuriates me?
I don't.
I understand that a lot of people don't want to see this, but in football, you're part of a team.
Yeah.
You know, there's 18 other boys on the field. And it took so long for Fremantle to retaliate.
Yeah, I think like even the crowd got a lot of criticism after the game for cheering on Gaff after the incident. And I think
none of them actually saw what happened because they didn't play it on the
No, that's right.
Screen.
I think even the players were a little bit lost. I think maybe the runners come out to the Dockers and then it's all kicked off from there. Didn't look as serious as what the end result was, you know. He's not really wound up. He's just sort of jabbed him in the jaw and it's been catastrophic, unfortunately, for the young bloke.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people I've seen have been comparing Gaff to Barry Hall now.
Yeah, Barry Hall had a long history of violence.
Belting the shit out of people. If ever there was someone I looked up to, it wasn't Barry Hall.
No.
Like, obviously, footy has a history of hard knocks. Well, had a history of hard knocks.
Yeah.
My favourite years were the 90s and, like, before the 90s when there wasn't so much worry about.
The thing that perplexes me is there's all this outcry over footy, which has historically been a physical game. There's been fights before. I'm not condoning that people get injured. I don't want to see that. But I like seeing a bit of rough stuff. But how come there's no outcry about other sports? Nobody's up in arms about somebody getting punched in the head in a boxing ring or an octagon.
Nobody's getting up in arms about the fights that break out during NFL.
No.
NHL, sorry, should I say.
Like, nobody even gets upset about the pensioner down the road that gets punched in his house getting robbed.
There's been more news in the paper about Brayshaw getting punched in the head than there ever has been about some local old fella getting robbed and beaten.
Yeah.
That's like, that'll get you 2 pages if you're lucky.
It's just...
And this is, we had 5 pages. 5 pages on the front. You had the front page. You had 5 pages after that. And
big
now,
capital word.
Yeah.
Ugly.
Yeah.
I thought it was an article about you until I unfolded the paper and saw there was a photo of Gaff instead of you. So,
well, I thought it was your ass off after that Indian we had the other night. But you look at the game, where the game's coming from, where it's been, and this is an unfortunate event.
I think like a lot of supporters
of Fremantle.
No, I mean just of the AFL in general. Nobody is going to condone this hit. Nobody. But people like saying a bit of aggression out on the field, and all of this flare-up is coming from people I feel like aren't supporters of the game.
No, and they're just trying to get on some social media bandwagon.
Yeah.
Having played the game, I mean, my mum got worried when I was first knocked out playing football.
Yeah.
But the 3 or 4 times afterwards, Mum was like, that's the way he plays.
And look at you now, you're flying.
I know. I might have a few... I might have a few fucking problems, but...
Let me get that dribble off your chin.
Thanks, mate. But that's what I loved about football when I was a kid growing up, was all the hard knocks.
My young bloke, he's 7 years old. I'd hate to see him injured on the footy field. But on the other hand, I send him to footy. Like I don't force him to go. He enjoys the game. But you send your young bloke there to become a man, you know what I mean? Toughen him up. He's out there in the rain.
Yeah.
Out there in the cold, you know.
I remember playing games and we were like, night games specifically.
Yeah.
I'd enjoy it.
Yeah. They're there to make bonds, you know. Your footy team's your family. Nobody wants to see anybody hurt like that, but it is what makes the game great.
Yeah. Well, not the punch makes the game great. Not the punch,
but the physicality, the passion from the players. Like,
we may as well just call it Auskick, because at the moment that's where all the rules are starting.
Yeah, and they tried to bring in that stupid rule where the extended goal square. It's been laughable. They trialled it in a VFL game over the weekend.
Did they?
Yeah, it's a really long goal square. Look how long that fucking thing is. It's halfway to the 50.
What's he meant to do from there?
Just a big barrel roll to the other end, I guess.
They're doing all this talk about trying to get the game to flow more.
Yeah. If they just take away the 2 behind posts, fold those goals over and make the square a little bit wider, we could be playing soccer right now. This is the way the game's going.
They're talking about trying to improve the flow of the game.
Yeah.
Yet they're making so many rules that remove the flow of the game. They removed slinging people into the ground. When I played under 14s, 15s, 16s, you could sling people into the ground.
Yeah.
And that increased the game flow because people aren't going to hold on to the ball as they're getting slammed into the ground.
No.
That's just the way the game was.
It's funny because yesterday I was watching like a bit of a highlights reel from Biff from the 90s. I think you watched the same one. And a lot of the faces that I saw on that video were coaches today, you know, and those people were put up on a pedestal as, they're bloody hard blokes of AFL.
Yeah.
Now these guys are the same ones going, Gaff, you should go to jail.
Yeah. You know, you've done a crime.
Yeah.
You're playing a sport. You accept the risk that you're going to get hurt doing it.
That's my opinion as well. I think if you get into the boxing ring, you're going to get punched in the face. You get into the AFL field, obviously there is a risk that you run into that you're going to become injured yourself. I'm not saying that AFL blokes should be out there swinging haymakers for the whole game because it's not boxing, it's footy.
No, it's footy.
A little bit of a dust-up has been a part of the AFL for as long as I can remember.
It's been part of the Derby. Every year there is a fight during Derby.
It's just unfortunate that this guy
has been
it's
jaw broken.
It's a freak accident in my opinion.
It is. And as a Hawthorn supporter myself, so I've got no ties to the Western Derby.
Yeah.
My father will enjoy hearing that, but But as a Eagles supporter, obviously you and I have both engaged in the same Dockers supporter at the time.
I can look back at previous things, like when Marston bit that bloke's fingers. I said, that's a bloody shit thing to do, you know? Yeah. Stupid.
And that's obviously intentional. You don't just bite someone's fingers.
He swung at him, yes. He intended to punch him.
Yes.
The damage caused and where it hit was not intentional.
Yeah. And like Wayne Carey, I don't like Wayne Carey.
No, he's a crumb.
We don't like Wayne Carey, and we'll probably leave it at that. But like he said, it does not seem intentional.
No. All right, let's wrap it up on the AFL and get to what's really important.
Destiny 2 Forsaken, out September 2nd.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, the hype for me's died down a bit. I'm not sure about you.
Yeah, well, I haven't been seeing so much of it lately, but I remember when I first saw the trailer for it, I needed it right then and there.
Yeah, and it's just taking forever.
Yeah, new supers.
Yeah, new supers. Some of them look nice.
Yeah, the Warlock one's most intriguing to me, where you can sort of teleport with your super.
Yeah, with that beam of just electricity.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in gameplay.
And then we got the new weapon system, finally.
Yeah. Random rolls.
Random rolls. Are they back?
Yeah, they're back.
Oh, sweet.
So, yeah, and, I don't know how they're going to work the 3-of-a-kind weapons that you can equip, but I'm hoping it brings back how I used to enjoy playing in Destiny 1, where I could use the weapons that have been changed to power weapons now more regularly.
I mean, obviously we're going to have people running around with triple shotguns because shotguns have always been OP in the PvP.
I don't know. I've always found ways to counter that. The Gambit, they're bringing out a new hybrid for the PvE, PvP.
That looks like it's going to be interesting. It might bring in a fair few griefers for it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I haven't seen if there's matchmaking for it or you have to have a preformed group. Definitely, if there was matchmaking involved, there's a high chance of griefers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we grief each other regularly on PvP, but...
Yeah, I don't mind a...
Kill stealing.
Yeah, bit of a teabag on you.
Teabagging your own teammates.
Yeah, well, somebody has to do it.
The biggest thing about Gambit, I think, is going to be the PvE versus PvP and how that'll work out in the end.
So from what I can tell in the footage I've seen, there's going to be a group of PvE and then one person from that group gets sent to interfere with the other team PvP style.
Yeah, after you've collected a certain amount of points.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm very curious to see how that plays out with how aware is the other team going to be that you've entered their environment.
Yeah, whether there'll be like a warning.
Yeah, are they going to be able to find you quite easily, or is it a sabotage quite thing? The Dreaming City looks pretty cool, I think.
Dreaming City looks great. I mean, the new raid coming out, as you showed me the video.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the environment? Do you reckon they've nailed it?
It's very pleasing to the eye, if I do say so.
It looks like they've got jump puzzles, which we obviously enjoyed from Destiny 1.
Hopefully we don't have certain raid party members from previous jumping puzzles holding us back.
God. I mean, we enjoyed the jumping puzzles in Crota. Crota was always fun.
Yeah, the Vault of Glass wasn't so much of a... What was it? Actually, there was another one in the...
Taken King?
Taken King.
That was
actually quite a good jumping puzzle, I thought. Very well thought out.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I also enjoyed watching a lot of people like Chris fall off, or McKinley even. McKinley getting frustrated a lot.
And especially when they brought out hard mode and you had to do it all in one go. That really separated the boys from the men. Or the ladies from the women. I don't know. Is that a saying?
The adults from the children.
The girls from the ladies. The thems from the theys.
The who's from the what's.
You're starting to sound like a Dr. Seuss book. The who's, the what's it's, and the thingamajigs.
The thingamajigs and the what's it called. Yeah, obviously we played a lot of Destiny 1. Yeah. We met on Destiny 1.
I was borderline addicted.
Yeah. I had to get on there every Tuesday. My wife can attest. When we got married, the wife's maid of honour turned around and said, "Oh, what, do you spend all your time on Destiny?" And it was on a Tuesday night, and obviously that was reset for us. And my wife, as well trained as she is, turned around to her and said, No, it's reset night. He's got to do his raids.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure one of your vows were I promised to never leave you in orbit.
So obviously we did a lot of PvP during Destiny 1.
Yeah, I think it was like a Friday night, lock it in, we're doing some Crucible and having a few beers, but...
Yeah, getting bevied up and...
Yeah, I've lost the passion for the Destiny 2 Crucible though. I don't know if it's because they've changed the structure where you only get 4 people in your fire team now,
or maybe it's the map flow, or
yeah, I don't know what it is.
Back in my beer. You want one?
We'll have one eventually. I'm still on the jacks at the moment. Won $17 on the lotto last night. I thought, you know what?
That reminds me. Do you want to get a lotto ticket one?
Yeah, I do actually.
Because Thursday it's 100 mil.
Yeah, I know. I bought a ticket yesterday for the 70 mil and $17. That's pretty close.
Yeah, that's getting there.
Working my way up.
Making my way downtown, walking fast. What the fuck's the rest of the song? Because
all I know is that na.
Yeah, that's where I was like, as soon as I was like walking fast, I was like da.
Spoiler alert, this isn't the song at the end of the video today. Sorry to disappoint.
Sorry guys.
Maybe next week. We're still taking requests. Nobody's hit us up yet.
Yeah, nobody in the comments telling us what they want us to sing next. Well, what they want you to sing, because I can't sing.
Well, you do pretty good backup.
Well, what can I say? James Blunt does really good backup too. So we're going to get Slong Kong on.
Daddy Long Kong, as I like to call him.
But unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, we were unable to get him on. He's our Destiny expert, or really our gaming expert.
Yeah, he's the guy that...
we turn to.
Any raid, we're like, you know what? Do you know how to do it? He's the guy that if we join a group and they ask us if we know what we're doing, we say, yes, we do.
Because Kong's there. Unfortunately, due to the difficulty of trying to organise the audio and whatnot, we couldn't get him on this time, but next time he'll be on.
Yeah, hopefully with plenty of researched knowledge for you guys.
Speaking of all these changes that we've been talking about,
I
was talking to one of the blokes at work about changes that he's noticed in real life. Like, obviously with him being a few years older than what I am and me being a few years younger than what you are, not saying that you're old.
Well, some people call me your younger brother. I'll take it.
Yeah, we were talking about, like, obviously when growing up, petrol stations used to have attendants that would fuel your car up. We don't get that anymore.
Yeah, well, I don't know. If you've taken a drive in the country lately, you might find a few of the old school servos.
That's the problem. I don't want to take a drive in the country in case it's like Wolf Creek.
Well, I don't think we're talking about going to remote outback Australia. I'm talking going an hour down the road to some country town, some little...
But you were telling me about some girl that bought petrol. Probably the smartest girl I think I've heard of.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know if I really want to advocate the action that she took, but yeah, I was queued up for petrol on a Monday evening, just trying to get my cheap fuel, you know, cheapest day of the week.
Monday evening. Why don't you fuel up Tuesday morning?
Well, I don't like getting out of bed at the best
I don't
of times.
see you at the fuel station anymore.
No, that's only if I've, like, it's raining or something and I'm like, you know what, I'll just do it Tuesday morning and, yeah, and then I'm in a mad rush and I'm late for work, so...
I'm offended.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, lady...
Alright, so she is putting in a little cheeky $10 worth of unleaded petrol. I thought, no big deal here. Nothing to see. I know. It's a couple of days before payday. We've all been there, right? Then she hangs up the Bowser and picks up the Primo stuff, the 98, whacks in another $30 and goes in and pays for $10. So I've gone in to pay and the cashier goes to me, which one are you on the Bowser? I said, well, I'm the, however much I put in, might have been $50 or something like that. She goes, oh, okay, we must have had another drive off then. And I explained what I just witnessed with my own eyes and she's like, nope, just dismissed it. She paid for her petrol. So, yeah, if you ever short on cash, you know what to do.
Yeah, shove $10 in and then fill up with 30 premium.
But you got to do it on a Monday. You don't want to do it when you're the only one there at the pump.
Yeah, you want it to be a busy day. Tuesday morning, like I said before, jump on it.
I actually seen an article about it on the news this morning, actually, how on the Monday when it's cheap fuel day and it's just going off the Richter, people are in there just stealing shit out of the shop as well because the cashiers are too busy just paying for everybody's petrol. A lot of the stuff is not worth stealing because it's 3 days old in the pile warmer. My piss is coming out my dick.
But I think, talking of changes, I think we'll just drop it at that.
Yeah, a lot of changes coming to Destiny 2.
A lot of changes coming to the way you fuel up.
Hopefully Gaff gets off lightly so he can play in the Eagles Grand Final.
Yeah, boy.
And love you.
Yeah. And now for a song for our patron saint, because that's all we hear about on the radio.
Yeah, you know, like I'm an Eagles supporter, but I still feel for Andrew Brayshaw, so I just want this song to go out to him. Speedy recovery, big fella. Well, you're a real tough cookie with a long history of breaking little hearts like the one in me. That's okay, let's see how you do it. Put up your dukes, let's get down to it. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot.
Fire away, hey.